Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're talking about some brand new eyeshadows from Chantecaille. We have the Luminescent Eye Shade in Crane, and Zebra. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm a makeup artist as well as esthetician, and I offer an online beauty consulting service. So this is our one-on-one consultation. We talk about any and all beauty concerns you might have, whether you have questions about building a professional makeup kit, or you want advice like a makeup lesson one-on-one, or if you have questions about your skincare, it's totally up to you. So if you want to make an appointment, please click the link in the description box down below. Now, if you can hear some sort of rumbling or construction noises, I deeply apologize. I just got a letter from the city saying that they are starting construction in front of my house, literally, for the next week. So I'm going to go ahead and try and film my videos because the alternative is me not filming for an entire week. So either you get some videos with a little bit of noise in the background or no videos at all. I thought this might be the better option. I apologize profusely. If you can hear some sort of like low rumbling in the background, I have a microphone, but the construction is just creating this sort of like low constant rumble, and I think the microphone is picking it up. Anyway, the joys of living in Montreal. So for today's video, I want to play with Zebra and Crane, but I'm also going to do like a full face of Chantecaille as I go, because why not? So the first step in this look is skincare. I have here the Gold Energizing Eye Recovery Mask. This is for your under eyes here. I love a good under eye mask. Let's go ahead and try these out. There is some information here on the front. It says, caution, do not ingest. Who was the person who ate these and then complained about a stomach ache? That's what I want to know. Okay, we have our Gold Energizing Recovery Eye Masks. Let's let these sit for a while. So let's talk about Zebra and Crane. I initially thought these were part of the holiday collection. Technically, this is part of the holiday release, but these themselves are not holiday. These are permanent edition. They're not going away. They're not limited edition. This is just part of the collection now. Since these are part of the Luminescent Eye Shade series, this is the series that came out, I think, last summer or last fall. These are these really beautiful satin high pigment shadows, and these shadows all have different animals. There's a zebra, a crane, etc. Chantecaille works hand in hand with different wildlife preservation funds, different animal charities that are fighting against extinction and animal poaching in certain situations. So when you see a different animal, a crane, a zebra, whatever, the animal symbolizes the charity that Chantecaille is supporting with your purchase. So for the crane, for example, it's the Wildlife Conservation Association that's helping to reintroduce cranes into the wild. And the zebra is an association with the Grevy Zebra Trust, because apparently zebras are one of the most endangered mammals in Africa. I had no idea. I personally love the Luminescent Eye Shade range. I have a few. I have lion, I have elephant, and I have pangolin. I think they're all beautiful, wonderful shadows. And so when I heard that they were coming out with new colors, I was all over it. Let's go ahead and read off some of the information about these shadows here. So the first one, Crane, is described as a smoky burgundy. A symbol of wealth and longevity, the gray-crowned crane is endangered by the illegal pet trade and habitat loss. The Rwanda Wildlife Conservation Association is saving the country's cranes by removing them from captivity and rewilding them. And they're also campaigning to fight the illegal trade of birds and their eggs. And then zebra is a rose gold. So the Grevy's zebra is one of Africa's most endangered mammals, with only 3,000 left. Wow, that's not that many. Most of them are all in northern Kenya. The survival of the zebra depends on coexisting with local communities. Grevy's Zebra Trust works with women, elders, warriors, and youth to monitor population, protect zebras from poaching, and restore healthy grasslands for grazing. Okay, that is that. One thing I have to say is that these eyeshadows here perform differently depending on how you wear them. You can just go in with your finger and swatch them, and you see a really beautiful shade. However, personally speaking, my preferred method of wearing these shadows, it doesn't matter what color it is to wet my brush with some water, with some setting spray, whatever it is, and then dip it into the shadow. I find that this transforms the shadow. You get this high intensity, high shine finish, and that is hands down the best way to use any of these eyeshadows. So for me to start, I'm going to go into Crane, this beautiful dark smoky cranberry, and I'm going to wet it. I have this Rose de Mai pure rosewater here from Chantecaille. I'm going to use this as a setting spray. I'm going to just gently dip my brush and then go into this color, and you'll see a difference. So now that my brush just has a little bit of wetness, you can use water, setting spray, face mist, whatever you want, it doesn't matter. Now let's go in and look at that. That is stunning. And this method is also a great way to eliminate fallout. This color reminds me a little bit of pangolin. I will do some comparisons at the end of the video, just some side-by-side swatches with colors I think might be similar. That way you guys at home can have a sense of what this looks like. But as you can see, I'm not really going that hard into the pan. I'm just tapping in with this damp makeup brush, and it's so beautiful. Like, look at this. Let's just compare. As you can see, the makeup eyeshadow here looks a little bit different now that I've wet it and gone into it. This is just, you know, a hazard of playing with makeup. You can keep it pristine and beautiful forever, or you can play with it and it looks like it's been played in. And then using the clean side of this big fluffy brush, I'm just gonna go in and help blend this out. This is so gorgeous. This is exactly what I wanted. You know, sometimes it's hard to tell with swatches on the websites because it said it's a smoky burgundy, and I was worried maybe it would be a bit red on me. You know, sometimes tones pull a little bit more red or more blue, but this is like a gorgeous, dark, plummy, smoky look. It's really pretty. Okay, let's go into Zebra, this beautiful rosy gold color. I'm gonna go ahead and place this on the inner corner here. And I'm following the exact same formula. I'm just putting a little bit of this pure rose water on my brush and then dipping it into the eyeshadow. Okay, so this is the Crane and Zebra eyeshadows. I think they're just so lovely and beautiful and super shiny and pink. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a swatch on the back of my hand of wet versus dry with the eyeshadows, just so you can see on the back of my hand how they compare, because I think on the eyeshadow, the intensity might be lost because they're mixed together. Don't get me wrong, they mix beautifully together, but I just want you to see side by side separately how they look. Now, I think it's about time I take off my eye patches here. So as I said, these are the Gold Energizing Recovery Masks. These are supposed to eliminate the look of puffiness, fine lines, and lighten the appearance of dark circles. So I'm gonna take these off with you now, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, do I look brighter, fresher, more awake? Let me know in the comments. So I just realized I want to finish up my eye look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into Crane, and using a small tapered brush, I'm doing the exact same thing. A little bit of the Rosewater, and I'm going to trace it under the bottom lashes here. And to finish up the eyes, I'm going to go into a bit of liner. I have the Luster Glide Silk Infused Eyeliner in Jasper. And then the mascara is going to be the Fossil Longest Lash Mascara in black. Okay, let's get into the complexion. I'm going to go ahead and just spray myself with a little bit of this Rosewater just for aromatherapy's sake. Now for the foundation, I'm going into my Future Skin Oil-Free Gel Foundation. I have the shade Alabaster. I think that Alabaster might be a hint too light for me, but what I like about this is that it's a very natural foundation. It's like your skin, but better. So I use it really just to even out the complexion, get rid of some redness, and if there's any beauty marks or imperfections, things like that, they just peek through and I really don't care. I kind of like when my skin looks like skin. And then I'm going into my Real Skin Plus One. This is an eye and face stick. You can use it as a concealer. You can use this as your foundation if you want. I am just going to go in and spot correct, I guess. This is just an extra step. Normally I just do foundation and then concealer. I don't like spot correct, but since we're playing with makeup, let's be extra. And then for the actual concealer, I am going into my Le Camouflage Stylo Anti-Fatigue Corrector Pen in the shade number 3. And then for the blush, I am going into my Cheek Gelée in Vibrant, which is this really beautiful raspberry color. I think that'll go really well with this like purpley pink look. And then for the lips, I want something pretty light and natural. So I'm going into this Lip Chic in Honeysuckle. And now to finish off our look, we have to go with some fragrance. So I have here a sample of the Darby Rose Eau de Parfum. This is a really lovely fruity floral scent. There's rose in here as the name would indicate, but it's a little bit lighter. It's not a heavy perfume. It's a little bit sweet. There's a little bit of citrus in here as well, possibly some lemon, and I think a hint of raspberry, which gives it that fruitiness. And it's not like a sweet perfume. It's just a really light, feminine, floral, everyday fragrance. Okay, so what do I think of these eyeshadows? I think that Zebra and Crane are magnificent. I love these shadows. I love the formula. I love that they're adding new colors. I think that these are great. I think what we should do now is just do some comparison and see if there's any similarities with what I already have. So I think the closest one might be Pangolin. Let's go ahead and swatch Pangolin next to Crane. So when you see these side by side, they look nothing alike. Pangolin is so much lighter, more of like a dusky gray lilac, and Crane is so much darker, more of like that purple cranberry color. These look nothing alike. But I also have the Hummingbird Quartet that I got in the spring, and there is a dark purple in there. Let's go ahead and just swatch the dark purple next to Crane. So I think that this one here, you can see a difference. The purple from the Hummingbird palette looks like a more flat, deep, dark purple, whereas Crane looks lighter. It has more shift. It has more of that iridescent shift to it that these luminescent eye shades have. And then for Zebra, let's go ahead and compare it to the lightest color from the Hummingbird Quartet as well. So as you can see, this just looks like a beautiful champagne rose. The color in the Quartet looks totally different. It looks like a different finish, a different formula. The color in the Quartet looks more like a light ballet slipper pink, whereas Zebra is just like a beautiful iridescent rose gold. Okay, that is it for today's video. These are my thoughts, my opinions. These are the swatches of these shadows here. I hope the side-by-side comparisons, I hope showing different products helps you out at home. I know a lot of us are buying online, so I'm trying to provide you with as many swatches as I can to help you with your shopping decisions at home. If you're new to my channel, whenever I get new collections, I will go ahead and create multiple different looks with the same items, so that way you guys at home really get a sense on how to use your makeup. I will mix and match. Today I stuck to Chantecaille, but in other videos I will mix and match with new and old collections. So if that sounds interesting, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. So I think this is all I have for today's video. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.